Throtl's 1,000 wheel horsepower Fast and Furious Supra is almost every 90s kid's ultimate dream build. It's not often where the taste of modern car style and retro car style go well together. This Supra takes everything we love today and combines it with days of the past. So I got to come out during Throtl's test day and really check out what the Supra was all about, and if it was all show and no go. But better yet, they even threw me the keys to this thing and I got to rip this thing down the strip. So what is Throtl's Supra all about? Let's go for a drive and find out. Also, before we get started, I just want to give a huge shout out to Throtl.com. They were nice enough to let me come out, hang out, and drive a bunch of their cars, so without them, a bunch of my videos lately would not be possible. And also, I just reviewed their beautiful Audi S4, which you can actually win. Yes, they're giving away this gorgeous S4 with rotiform wheels, airless suspension, and a fantastic exhaust system that is 50 state legal. And you can actually win this gorgeous Audi S4 and $20,000 cash. So if you want to win this Audi S4, go to the link down in the description below. Use my code ThatDudeinBlue and get up to 15% off. And every dollar spent is an entry to win this beautiful Audi S4. And without further ado, let's check out this Supra. The 2JZ engine has Wiseco forged pistons, boost line connecting rods, ARP head studs, valves, valve guides, and a camshaft kit from Brian Crower, a Garrett G40 1200 that spools extremely fast, Plasma Man intercooler, Haltech 2500 Elite. It has a custom 4-inch MagnaFlow exhaust and Greddy blow-off valve. And when the Supra hits the drag strip, it's on Mickey Thompson ET Street R's with Motegi 2-piece forged wheels, with 19-inch up front and 15-inch in the rear. It's also got KW V3 coilovers, Titan Motorsports rear upper control arms, and so much more. It was painted by Biggie's Customs, a Speedwell's body kit via VAD Design, Modern Images Mark IV Super graphics that feel straight out of the movie, an APR wing, custom front canards, JDM taillights, which are way better than the USDM ones, a Saibon TR style hood. It's got Recaro podium seats, custom reupholstery from SOS, a carbon fiber interior kit, a Titan Motorsports roll cage, Sparco harnesses, a Grip Royal blue steering wheel that feels very much like the old one, but modernized. And not only that, it has a 6XD sequential transmission. It's also got Morimoto retrofit by Xenon projectors and Morimoto LED halos. Throughout the day, Throtl just said, hey man, while you drive all these other rad cars, we're gonna be testing our Supra all day long. So naturally, I had to get some seat time in their other cars to get used to something crazy fast on this 8th mile drag strip. So first things first, I drove the Hellcat Swap Viper and went for the ride of my life. And just when I thought it was all over, I got in a rear-wheel drive, 550 wheel horsepower Honda Civic EK with a K20 and a big fat turbo. This car was set up mostly for circuit racing and wasn't really meant for drag racing. Nonetheless, they were kind enough to let me take it down the strip and see what it was all about. So I came back to the pits and then observed Ricky from Throtl absolutely tear it up in this Supra. cool to see the trial and error of them learning how to launch this car and get it down the strip better and better throughout the day. All of these moving parts are part of a test and tune that has to happen with every crazy fast tuner car. After the best passes of the day, they finally threw me the keys to the Supra, and I was a little nervous. Okay, sequential gearbox. I literally feel like I am modern Brian O'Connor. This is so weird. Oh my God! This thing is so fast! Sequential. My brain hurts. Oh my God. That is crazy. Because with a V160 or something along those lines, you have that turbo lag in between gear shifts. This is like, you better hold on because your eyes are going to the back of your head. So you might notice that a second ago, I was about to have the best pass of the day and go into second gear. I was super brave. I had already taught myself how to be flat foot shifting to the next gear. I was like, oh yeah, this is the pass. The moment I go into second gear, I hear probably the biggest thunk of my life. My mirror up here goes completely sideways. So as you can see here, I'm currently jacked up on a jack stand, and Quinn from Throtl is being super nice. And he told me not to help him, I want to be very clear. And the drive shaft popped out. So it didn't just pop out, it's done. It's not like we can pull it. Oh my God! Here, come the other way. Oh my God, dude, that is so gnarly. So I survived the Viper. I survived the Civic, the most stable car of all three.
Yeah, right.
I'd like to formally apologize to everyone.
I think it's all right. It was bound to happen. Again, Ricky, David said sorry.
Man, look at that. Looks beautiful. I'm sorry.
No, dude. I'm actually, I was in the Viper. I was gonna go right behind you, and I heard it. I was like, well, I'm done. So I just turned my car off, and I'm like, what are the scenarios? There's diff. There's no way you.
No way. There's no way.
Because that diff is rated for a lot of horsepower.
Yeah.
And you drove it on low boost, right?
Yeah.
But there's no way.
Yeah.
The transmission is like, no way you broke down. I'm like, so I'm hoping it's the drive shaft, and it was, and I got super happy.
Dude, I know, because when a drive shaft snaps, your brain goes straight to gearbox because it makes that metal clink. And you're like, oh, like don't. And then it could be axle, which is an easy fix, but you just usually don't have 1,000 horsepower axle on you, so it sucks. Yeah. But no, that brake was clean. That's crazy.
Good job. It's like you've done it before.
Stop. Actually, no. First one. First drive shaft. Yeah. Yeah.
See, I've snapped axles, quite a few diffs. No transmissions, right? No transmissions. Just diffs and axles. I never messed up with drive shaft. So that's all you, bro.
Well, the thing is I take Ricky's advice like it's sacred, right? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do exactly what he says. And the two-step comes on, everything's perfect. Yeah. I come off the pedal and it hooks. I'm like, oh, okay. And as soon as I'm getting to the upper RPM, I'm like, okay, let's rack it, let's go. Go into second, blah, snapped it. I was like, something's wrong.
It would have done it the first pass we did next time we were here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll come back, we'll build it stronger. That was like that was the weakest spot, so that's what you do.
We accomplished what we came here to do.
We did.
Was to finish tuning the car with multiple cars, which we did. And And you had a lot of fun, bro.
And I survived in the other ones. So.
We all survived.
Yeah, I
You
know.
went ice skating in the Civic, and you held on in the Viper. The Viper, reliable, man. The thing just goes.
It's a supercharged V8. Like, it is what it is. Nobody likes to admit it, but it's easy.
We bought a, yeah.
Okay, GoPro is way better in this lighting, so. Oh my God.
Look what you did, David. This is pretty cool.
Shoot it.
Would you like a new drive shaft, sir?
You want a little paperweight for your office?
What really stinks is I was really getting the hang of it. Like, I was like, okay, I'm ready to go. Launch it exactly how Ricky told me to. It's almost dead hooked. Like, I wonder if that's why. I think it might have been just a little bit of wheel hop. And I was just like, all right, let's go to second. And then as soon as I racked second to even try to go to second, that's when it was like, it sounded like somebody took a samurai sword and chopped the car in half, dude. But you were saying your Eclipse had some issues here one time, right?
Yeah, so I spun a rod bearing about mid-track. So the funny thing is that the engine we rebuilt, it had already been repaired for a spun bearing on that journal. The repair just didn't hold up. It held up when the car was stock at 200 horsepower, and then you take it apart and you demand 650 crank. It just didn't hold up. So it trashed the whole crankshaft. It's back at the shop. So we got a new crank in it, new bearings. I think it was mint.
I will say, out of that very expensive Supra build, I'm so thankful it was the drive shaft out of everything.
Yeah, that's like the easiest thing to replace on this whole.
Because once you racked it again, you're like, don't tell me it's the gearbox. And so when I went to rack it, I was like, oh no. And I tried to go back to first too, but I slowed down and it wasn't doing anything. The one thing I noticed was that was the first. So I've done V160, CDW9, R154, there's another one.
This is
ZF, I've done T56 Magnum, and all of them have this one difference compared to that is no matter how fast you shift, you're still gonna have some lag. That is like ripping your face off every gear.
Last time I drove the car was on the V160.
Yeah.
I haven't driven it since we put the 6XD in because we've just been testing and dialing it in. I cannot wait. The way it sounds, like the way that thing went before when it was H-pattern was insane.
At the end of the day, Throtl was super cool about the situation, and they said, hey man, that's racing. But only a couple days later, they got this thing patched up and it was ready to get back on the road.
So as we know, the last time that the Supra was on the road, our buddy David Patterson, aka ThatDudeinBlue, destroyed our destroyed our dry shaft. And here she is, nice and fixed. She is fixed, brand new. There we go.
Once again, huge thanks to the guys at Throtl for inviting me out and having such an incredible time at the drag strip. They are the real deal, a bunch of really cool car guys, and I could not be more thankful to know them in my life. Thank you guys so much once again for watching this video. I typically upload on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.